What's happening, everybody? I'm here to talk about She-Hulk episode 5. So I gotta be honest, I was very lukewarm on this episode. I'll just get that right out of the way. Wasn't for me, honestly, as much as the other ones have been. I really liked episode 4. I thought that one was hysterical. I know some people didn't like it, but for me, that one really actually worked. I think there's a big glaring problem here with the story. Honestly, the plot doesn't really work for me because in the first episode of She-Hulk, right, Jennifer Walters, when she turns into She-Hulk, her clothes rip, and then for the rest of the episodes they don't rip. And I guess the excuse was that she bought extra baggy clothes, but this time now she has to go see somebody to fit her into a custom sized suit, and that doesn't make sense to me. I figured that already happened because she hadn't been tearing her clothes. I thought that this episode just would have played a lot better had this storyline maybe come earlier. That's my take on it, and just so it would have made sense if he had to do it. I thought Titania's whole lawsuit, I think she's a weak villain, honestly. I hope she's not the main baddie, but honestly, I thought her whole thing was very weak. I did not like her suing her for a perfume. I mean, I was glad we got an explanation as to why there was a copyright issue, right? Because that got teased at the end of episode 4. Now we have that explanation, and I'm like, wow, that was such a weak plot line. I think they really dropped the ball on this one, honestly. But by the way, I did like the costume designer. I liked the humor that kind of surrounded that. That was kind of positive for me. That stuff fairly worked, and honestly, I felt like they just used this thing to set up Daredevil. There could have been a much better way to tease Daredevil. Don't get me wrong, I'm super excited Daredevil's coming in, and he's coming in on the next one. Also, it's super inconsistent of the show to have a post-credit scene, or mid-credit scene at least, in every single episode, but this one I was like, why? That's kind of strange that they didn't do that. And if anything, they could have used the mid-credit to tease Daredevil. That actually would have made a little bit more sense, because that would have excited people. And to not have a mid-credit, I found to be incredibly inconsistent. Look, another positive is Tatiana Maslany is still doing a bang-up job as Jennifer Walters. I think she's extremely likable in the show. I am enjoying following her. I'm still going to keep watching just because this episode didn't work. It's the one episode that hasn't worked, honestly, for me, so I'm not complaining too much. It's just one, and she's still awesome in it, and I like following her regardless. I just thought her jokes weren't as strong this time around. I just like watching her, not so much for the jokes themselves, but I thought she still works extremely well. Sorry guys, I had to give this one to you late this week. I've been very busy, but honestly, it's worth it to keep watching the show and to keep updating you guys on everything that I'm feeling about it. I do love coming in front of this microphone and this camera and just talking about my feelings on entertainment. It's one of my favorite things to do, so I appreciate everybody indulging me and giving me an outlet to do so. It's wonderful. All right, guys, before I go, please, if you could, help us out. It helps a great deal if you could hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel, leave some feedback in the comment section below, share this with your friends, hit the bell for notifications. Also, one more thing, if you hit subscribe and you write in the comments, I subscribe, I'll answer any She-Hulk related question you have, or any topic about any entertainment going on right now. I'll answer, as long as you put in the comment section, I subscribe, and that you actually subscribe, because I can check. I will do that for you. I'll make sure I respond. So I appreciate your support, and we'll talk to you guys later.